David Lovejoy with KGNC News Radio. We're here with Stephen Denny. He's running for the 320th District Judge seat in the upcoming March primaries. Welcome, Mr. Denny.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
First off, first question for you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm an Amarillo guy. I was born here at High Plains Baptist Hospital before it became Baptist St. Anthony's. Grew up a product of Amarillo Public Schools. I went to WT for my bachelor in speech communication, and then since they don't have a law school, I had to go to Texas Tech for my law degree. I practiced there for a while as a criminal defense lawyer. Came back, got to be a felony prosecutor for a few years under Randall Sims at the 47th DA's office. And then I got the opportunity to be a justice advisor at the Department of State as a contract employee. So I went to Afghanistan and I trained judges on how to better administer justice under their legal system. When I came back, was able to open my office again, and I've been defending people accused of crime since then.
Now, one of the major questions everybody always wants to know, why are you seeking this office?
Well, I've had a life of service. My going to the Middle East and West Asia for the Department of State, that wasn't easy, leaving my family behind, but I felt like I needed to make a difference. And that all stems from my childhood. I grew up a Boy Scout. That teaches service, and that was embedded in my mind. When this came about, there were some people filing and running, and I felt that I was more qualified than them, and I thought that the people deserved someone who could get to work the first day and had been doing this and wouldn't have to learn on the job, and that's me.
Now, if you're elected to this position, what is the one thing or the couple of things that you want to do when you do get into office?
Well, when I'm elected, I want to continue making sure that cases are heard in a timely manner. You know, you're entitled to a speedy trial if you're a criminal defendant. If you have a civil or family law matter, there's very tight timelines on those as well. And so I want to make sure that we adhere to all those and get you heard at least in that amount of time. It's important to listen to the litigants on the dockets to make sure that whatever policies you have are not adversely affecting them, and that's where my experience comes into play. I've handled all the sorts of cases that are heard in that court. I've handled multi-million-dollar lawsuits, I've handled family law, I've handled CPS, and of course I've handled criminal from both sides. So I know the concerns of all the litigants, and I hope that my plans to expedite things and keep things running smoothly will work out well in there. But I'm always interested in hearing from people in my court on what they think might work better, and I'm certainly open to their suggestions to try it out and see what works best.
Great. Well, thank you and good luck in the rest of your campaign. Remember, early voting is open now, and the primary election date is March 6th. Thank you for joining us here at KGNC.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.